Hi everyone, and I'm Zoreen from GameSpot. Today I'm joined by Lars, the creative director of Battlefield 4. Lars, thank you very much for joining us. And we've collated some community questions from all of you. Tyler on Facebook asks, how welcoming will Battlefield 4 be to newcomers? I got into Battlefield 3 fairly late and I got my ass kicked every time, despite playing for 4 months.
We work with our matchmaking. Nowadays there are preferences in Battlefield 4. So if you want to be quick matched into a game, you should know what experience you get into. So if you start changing the settings of the server, they will go from official down to ranked. And if you fiddle around even more and go crazy, they will even go to unranked, customized server. We have a test range now where you can try out all the vehicles before you start playing the game. And also as you unlock weapons and gadgets, you can try them out in there. So no more learning how to fly a transport helicopter on the battlefield and killing a whole squad in the process. In Battlefield 3, you were pretty bare-boned. Even if you were a pilot, your jet only had a cannon to start with. And that's probably the most hardcore that can be. It's a big mistake from our side. So we changed the default setups to be quite accessible. And overall, we've gone over the whole interface. The deploy screen is hopefully more accessible. That's the intent. Added the possibilities to compare so you really see when you customize your weapons, what am I getting into? More like a racing game, you know. I add this part, it does this to handling or precision and so on.
Ravi on Facebook wants to know, will the major destruction scenes be pre-scripted or will those major destruction scenes happen in real time?
If major means like the skyscraper will fall in the same way, time after time. But it's play-driven, it changes the layout of the maps. If you're great pilots, you probably want to keep the building up and guard it, since then you have air superiority, you can have control of the base. Or if you're better on the ground, you bring it down and you can have control of the ground base. We won't level the whole city of Shanghai for gameplay reasons and of course performance. But we induce as much destruction as possible, and on many of the more open levels you will be able to more or less level everything.
Philip on Facebook asks, what were some of the challenges you faced in integrating the environment as part of the combat system? For example, shooting lights out to make it harder for the enemy to see.
We had brainstorm in the whole company, and we've quite many nowadays, to just send in your ideas about how we can make an interactive battlefield. In all of the prefabs for buildings and so on, we started inserting all of these small elements that gave you an interactive battlefield. And then from level to level, we want to make them unique, both in look, feel, the overall theme, that you should always know, oh, it's that map, and it should feel like the environment has a history.
Now we've got a quick one from Shamir Cool on Twitter who wants to know, can we have co-pilots in jets?
Who knows in the future? Right here, right now, we have single-seaters. I've gotten the feedback from a couple of people and we've done it in the past, so I'm definitely not saying no. What we're always trying to do is always find good, meaningful positions for all people. You know, attack helicopter, there's lots of stuff to do. While many times we found that the co-pilot was often just in for the ride.
Daniel on Facebook wants to know, what are your thoughts on returning to the Bad Company series?
I love Bad Company. I mean, when we started, I've been around since the very first prototype of Battlefield. And it started with not taking the Battlefield too seriously, and to be honest, we don't do today either. It's about having fun, and that's why I love game modes like Obliteration, where a lot of times we see people dying laughing, and that's a good sign. So coming from those days and then doing Bad Company was just going against everything that military shooters meant on the market. So we're definitely not saying no. Who knows what happens in the future, but right now with the launch of Battlefield 4 and Mirror's Edge 2 and Star Wars Battlefront in the studio, we're quite busy. But yeah, they're out there somewhere on a sunny vacation on some sunny island, sipping pina coladas, waiting to come back.